UDL, or the Universal Design for Learning Framework, is a series of steps that students and teachers can take in order to diversify a classroom so that every student's needs are able to be met. Most students don't necessarily learn the same way, and if a teacher decides to create a one-size-all-fits classroom, then it is highly, highly likely that some students will not be able to learn as well. There are several steps that are involved in this process, and the first one is called representation. And this means that you're going to want to present as a teacher your material in multiple formats so that students are able to connect with different ways, such as maybe having them read the text and then having them annotate it, or perhaps they can do an audio book on the subject, or even play a game, but just that they would learn in different formats. Secondly is action and expression. This is where you have students demonstrate and express what they've learned by providing options for responses, either maybe typing it out or creating a YouTube video that explains their process, or even just writing an old-fashioned essay. This is really about having a student express the information they've learned on their own terms, but with your guidance. And last of all is engagement. This is when you'll want to stimulate students' interest for motivation for learning. And this is where you'll provide options for them that make them feel like they're being listened to and that their needs are being met. You'll want to encourage collaboration and communication. You'll want to apply things that'll make the subjects more real to your students, such as using money when talking about math, or maybe reenacting a part of the Civil War to teach history, or even for Shakespeare, having them get into character. This is really about getting the students involved in the subject and not it just being the teacher lecturing at the front. With these steps, more students will be able to be reached because you're portraying the information in a variety of different ways so that students will feel that they're able to have connection. It's also important to take into account the student disabilities you have in your classroom, such as if you have a student with hearing impairment, it might be important to give them a handout of what you're saying, or have like a PowerPoint slide that they can follow along. For another student who struggles with note-taking, maybe allowing them to film you in class so that they can look back on the information that they've been given. And for other students, maybe even giving them a fidget spinner if they're having trouble focusing in class and are having ADHD. These methods are really about taking into account what tools your students need in order to learn the material well, and providing them with the resources so that they can empower themselves in the classroom.